Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we are looking at something that came in. It's unusual. I don't usually do this. This is the Burson V6 OP amp. And this is, you put this in your devices, your amplifier or your combo unit. And it's from Burson, who makes some really nice equipment, especially their combo units, their amplifiers, their DACs. Some nice stuff there. And of course, they are, they would make good things because this is what they do. They make these amps, and they make these amps for a lot of different people. And here we have this one right here. Now this comes in this little box here. I got a couple of them. The other two that I have, they're actually in the unit that I was able to put it in. And you can see there, these are the little adapters that come with it. And these are about what the size of a normal OP amp would be in most devices. I don't know about portables. You can switch out on some portables. I've seen people have like big ones like this sticking out of like an X2 or something like that. Of course, it no longer becomes really viable as a portable, but my goodness, you get some good sound out of that. Now, these come in Vivid and Classic, the Classic being more toward the warmish kind of sound, and this one being more toward a reference sound. That's why it's called the Vivid. Here's the nice box. And I'm keeping these two. I'm getting another device. I hope that these can fit in there, because let's face it, these things really do make a difference. The dual, I think, is like $145. It's a lot more than what you would be paying for on, say, the standard cheap ones. But if you're replacing an OP amp, unless of course it blew out or broke, which I rarely ever hear, but then a cheap amp, because it's a cheap amp, I can see that. But why not get something like this? Yes, it is more expensive. Yes, it is larger. Like I said, these two, there's just one of these little ones right here is about the size of a regular OP amp that you would pull out and put these in. So you can see there's a huge difference in height and thickness and width and everything else. They're very simple to put in. They just have these little prongs right here. And get a good look. And there's a notch that'll face the direction that it's supposed to go in. And that's basically it. Just pop them in, pop them out. You've got to be careful, of course. Always be careful with things with pins. Anyone that uses earphones should know that. You can't just jam them in and jam them out. But it really does make a huge difference, though, in the sound signature. I had to go through a whole bunch of things. Like a lot of my stuff, I didn't realize the amps were soldered to the board, and I would have to unsolder them. And not that I can't do that, but I can't do that here. So yeah, I decided to keep looking, and I found one where I could just clip it out and clip it in. There are some that are just very easy like that. You can hot swap them. Shut the power off, but you can take them out really easy. And I'm noticing much larger, detailed, accurate soundstage with these. More open, airy sound across the board with these. Just excellent details, supreme transparency with these. So this is reference class. This will turn whatever you're using into reference class, and that's just a whole nother level of using it. Some people prefer the fun, so you would get the classic, but this thing gives you all these details, these micro details, this openness, this giant sound stage that still sounds natural, and it's detailed and accurate, and there's really good layering and separation with this, far better than the original. And then you get to the background, and the background is just black. There's like no noise there whatsoever with these. So that's ultimate what you're getting with these. The hardest part of putting these in, like I said, is having the right tools to remove the cover of your amp, because sometimes there's like 4 or 5 different type of screws on that thing, stars and hex and special hex with holes in the middle, and then some of them have Phillips, which was really easy. But unless of course you have an American amp, I think it would just be basically Phillips or hex on the back of that. I do have one amp that was all Phillips, which was very easy. There was like 4 screws on the back, 4 screws on the front. It was done. It was open. Unfortunately, it was soldered to the board, and I was like, I can't do that here, so I don't want to break anything. So I put it back together. But hey, it was fun taking stuff apart and seeing what it looks like on the inside. So, all right, in a nutshell, we don't need to spend like 20 minutes on this. I did have the whole video of me taking it out and putting it back in, and that got erased, and now the thing's assembled again, and it's got the stuff in it. I really just don't want to take it apart again. So bigger sound stage overall, accuracy, detail, separation, layering, very black, dark background. Don't hear a drop of noise with these. Must be like 0.000001 or something like that. I don't know. It's got to be pretty low. I don't think there's anything that's actually 0000, but this thing is really close. It is like pitch black, the background on this. Transparency, details, micro details, an open, airy sound. You just hear everything. The layering is superb with this. You put this with an MQAD or a DSD file, just a high up DSD file, and you play this, and you're listening, and you're hearing the guitars, and you're hearing even the little bit of reverb coming off of the amplifier from the guitar, and you're hearing everything. And of course you need the headphones, and we've used in the Anandas and a couple. I got like a bunch of headphones up here. We'll pan out in just a minute. Or maybe I'll just in the screenshot, I'll show the headphones. I used a bunch of headphones with this, but ultimately I think some of my best ones that I have are the Anandas, and those and the Hi-Fi Men 4Xs for like clear details. I mean, I got a lot of them up there that are like just really just super fun, have some detail, have some fun to them. But ultimately I was using those for testing. So just going to do that. Maybe I can use that as a shot in the video. Yeah, these just really great. If you're into the the do-it-yourself kind of dropping things on the floor, these definitely are something that's worth looking into, especially this brand, because this is like good. This is like Cadillac of Mercedes-Benz of OP amps, definitely. So thanks so much for watching. I hope this video was informative, and I will see you somewhere out on the internet.